What's going on, gamers and ballers? Another episode of Shots Fired. We at episode number 23, one of the GOAT numbers. You know what I'm talking about. That championship from the Bulls, the man that got the ball head, had Scottie Pippen, also Dennis Rodman. But anybody, I'm just talking about basketball. How you feeling? It's your man, Chang, aka The Energy. And now we're ready to rock out once again. What's going on, my people on Twitch? Let me know if you're really here live. And let me know where you're watching from. Give you a shout out. My people on YouTube, I know you're always showing love. I think Scottie is in there. What's good, brother? And my people on TikTok, salute amigo. I see you, Nathan 669. What's up? You already know the deal, but if you don't know, let me explain. Shots Fired, powered by FIBA. Also got some things from Jelly Smack. It's a place that you come through for all the hot basketball content. What's happening in the world? As you already know, the World Cup is around the corner. It's this month, and we got some news about some teams. I'm telling you, America, watch your back, because I'm looking at the Australian team. I'm looking at the Canadian team. Ooh, they got some ballers, all right? We got some news about Kemba Walker. Can't wait to talk about him. One of the OGs from New York, but I'm telling you, he might be taking his talent somewhere else. Victor Wembanyama is getting crazy raised right now, and he hasn't played one game in the NBA. But NBA 2K, you know, the 24 coming out, is already making him hot, all right? And then we're going to be traveling all the way to Mi Chiama Italiano. Right now, we're going to Italy because Italy basketball is what's hot. Because as you know, with the World Cup, we got countries from all over the world competing about who is the best. And I can't wait about our special guest. This man is behind in the lab. He's behind Brown Ball. It's my man, Navin Ramharak. I can't wait to have him on and see what's going on when it comes to collaboration of basketball, apparel, and just being a smooth dude. Anyway, let me get my little temperature check. Make sure everything. What's going on, George Macpherson? The Europeans will do work. Absolutely. I've been talking about it for a minute. America is not top of the food chain no more. They are not. I can say that. I'm telling you, there's a lot of ballers from around the world that are trying to prove that they're trying to take that king off that throne. And I can't wait to see what they're going to do in the World Cup. All right. My people on TikTok, I think you're good. But I appreciate you right there, Mr. Oh, wait. Oh, you took your comment back. Don't take your comment back. Come All right, here we go. Here we go. Will FIBA Twitch channel cover games with Miguel and Hamilton and others? Yes, as long as we got the rights to it. As long as they're streaming live on YouTube, then we can put it on the Twitch channel. As long as it's streaming live on YouTube, we can put it on the Twitch channel. There won't be no commentating. It's just going to be the game. As you see, they've been streaming a lot of games back and forth, back and forth. So you will be able to watch. Just look at the schedule, and I'll make sure I talk to my producers to make sure it's there. All right. But the thing about it is that because it's USA, sometimes they're a little weird about it, but it's overseas. So we should be fine. We should be fine because I've done it before. All right, let's get this show going. This is Shots Fired, episode 23. You know how we started off with Talent Overload, and this dude's been killing it online. So right here, Talent Overload, Shots Fired. Let's go. May, thank you so much for coming to the channel. I appreciate the love. Make sure you press that follow button. If you really like it, press that subscribe button. I'm just saying you don't have to. Let's do it. But anyway, let's start the show, baby. Your man Ben Chang's ready to go because this guy I was doing a little research about. Shout out to my man Matt Evans, finding this man. And let's put the video up here because this dude is sick. If you don't know who this guy is, he's a viral street baller and all over social media. He is a star indeed. This is Devontae Friga or Friga. I gotta find which one it is. But guess what? This guy is Latino and he has over 800,000 subscribers on YouTube and nearly 4,500,000 on Instagram. He releases street ball videos, constantly seeing crossovers, strainages, dunks, all of them. Every single time he gets a chance, and he's a prop. Now, he did play basketball at the University of Mount Union at Division III, averaging about 15 points as a senior with along 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal per game, while shooting 38.9% from three-point range. I know how effective that is. That is crazy. Now, the Mount Union Purple Raiders football program is crazy, but Division III basketball is actually pretty dope. And this man got to play, man, he didn't go D1, but this man actually went for the draft in 2020. And what he could do in the court, as you can see right here, is damaging right now. Yo, right, see, Navin's already in, say his boy can hoop. Yo, I thought he was from the Middle East. I had to ask my boy Big Mac. Shout out to Big Mac. But this guy is straight, I think, Puerto Rican. And the dude, he gives alley-oops. That's deadly. I mean, I would love to play this guy one-on-one to see his actual talent, you know, because he's 6'2". He's 6'2" with a crazy vert. Now, he has that dunk that's effective. It's not like, oh, my God, he's rising to the rim. He's just dunking on you, which is sick. But his crossover, his tween, his hezzy is insane. As you see one thing, bam! See, he's not rising to the rim. He gets the ball right above, but does it cleaned up. Now, he is also a trash talker. I love this man, okay? This guy has talent, and every time he gets on the court, it's a problem. As you see, beautiful fadeaway right there in the corner, looking at the camera going, baby, I am him. And he's a Kansas Chiefs fan, which is decent. Okay, I got you. But he gives high fives to the opponent, looks in his face and says, hand down, man down. And guess what? Your hand may be up, but so what? This dude is insane. Insanely good. Now, when I looked at his stats back when he came to college, this guy played a decent amount of games. He actually integrated with the media major. He's a 4-letter winner from the Kenny Johnson at Cuyahoga Falls High School. I don't know, guys. Anyway, son of Scott and Tony Friga. And this guy can actually is a scholar, which is dope. I mean, all through his life, he's just been really just a dope baller. And you have those ballers that I believe have the talent to go in the league, just that they couldn't get their chance. As I said, in 2020, he declared for the draft, just wasn't drafted. But now he's making a pretty good living, cutting up dudes on the court and being very stylish about it. I just see sweaty jerseys. This guy looked like Kevin Durant when he's out the Rucker. People are going crazy for him. And guess what? He doesn't care who he's playing against. Not even Spider-Man, Superman, Iron Man. If you a man, he gonna bust you up. And also not a woman. You know, he might bust a woman too. You know what I'm talking about. On the court. But anyway, what I love about him is that his confidence is literally equivalent when James Harden was at his peak. He has a little bit of a Russell Westbrook kind of swag as well, but his mid-range game and his shooting game is pure. As you can see, a little shimmy like you think it's Trae Young. That's what I'm talking about. And follow this man on all social media as soon as you can. Again, that is Devontae Friga, and I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed with the content he puts out. That's a talent overload right here on Shots Fired. And now we got to go to breaking news. But before I go, here we go. George McPherson on YouTube says, Europe has the most unpredictable qualification. Upsets can happen the most there. Yes, I want him to go to the Greek Freak, and that will be the test. Now, that's the funny thing is how many NBA players are going to actually compete in the World Cup. We found out Victor Wembanyama is not going to do it. I think we found out Joker is not going to do it either. But you still got Luka Doncic going to participate. You still got, Giannis is still going to participate. I think Rudy Gobert is going to participate too. We have a lot of international players, which was the argument when I was on Game Breakers. Shout my boy Drexen and also Ethan. They had this great conversation of like, yo, is America on the top of basketball? And I don't believe so. I don't, because look who our MVP was for the last 4 years. 3 from Serbia, 1 from Cameroon. That's not America. So, dude, like our talent is widening, across the world, which I love. But at the same time, our talent is not really homegrown no more. People got to realize when we had the dream team, redeem team, you have the Kyrie Irvings, the Trae Youngs, the Steph Currys, all LeBron James. The world was watching in awe. But there was a select few didn't watch in awe. They watched as students. And when I want to replicate that game over here. And when you got the natural ability when it comes to certain people around the world, because they eat better food than us, I'm going to say that. It's cleaner. They got better lifestyles. I'm telling you, 4 months off, dope. And also, they're just happier. And then when you add something you love, you're going to create a monster, baby. Monster. But anyway, let's keep it going. But that's my opinion. We're going to keep it going right now because then we got breaking news. Now, this breaking news is actually quite interesting because I forgot about this, brother. And you know what? He's still balling, but he's doing it somewhere else. Anyway, breaking news here. Shots fired. Let's go. All right, put the clip up right now. We're going right straight into it. As you can see, have we not talked about this yet? And I don't think we have. Because I forgot about this, man, and I'm from New York. Kemba Walker is set to play in the EuroLeague, and nearly 2 weeks ago, the news broke. The former NBA star will be linking up with Monaco. Beautiful place, and it's a huge signing for Monaco. I mean, the French League and the EuroLeague, a real coup. Obviously, Kemba Walker nowadays isn't the old Kemba at all, and we know why. He isn't the Charlotte Hornet Kemba, we know, the all-star Kemba. Due to that was because of recurring knee injuries. And, people got to move past that, but people are still talking about it. They're going to keep talking about it, and then at the end of the day, this guy's the same. And a lot of people seem to see Kemba not being as good for the NBA, so he's being, quote, unquote, demoted overseas, which, come on, think about it. But the Frenchman, Nick Batum, defended the move, said, come on up. He says it's not given to every good player to move to the third best team in the EuroLeague. He lives in southern France. Think about that, all right? He's right. Kemba himself has commented on the move. I've only heard good things about the EuroLeague. I have many friends who play in the competition. And one of my closest friends, Shabazz Napier, gave me a lot of advice in making decisions, which is true. Think about that. Not every player can go to the third best team overseas and also live in the south of France. South of France is expensive. It's beautiful. It's great. My engineer's from France. He knows about it. So I'm telling you, he has to prove something. Now, Monaco already has elite background with Mike James and Eli Okobo. Well, so they got some players over there. And also, they managed to retain the upcoming 23-24 season, and they won the French League Cup last season, as well as reaching the Final Four of the EuroLeague. And they're really for real. They can ball. Now, Kemba Walker adds to an already extremely talented team. And it's low risk, high reward, right? I mean, come on. He's just putting some extra seasoning on a gumbo that's already delicious, or escargot that already got the beautiful cream. Now, Kemba has knee problems, but he isn't getting any younger. But if managed, he can definitely tear it up and put on a big performance. I mean, there were reports suggesting that Monaco could field 2 teams next season. 2, all right? One for the French League and one for the EuroLeague. And it could be a good way. Now, for Monaco, the managed Kemba workload is just 1 game per week, all right? Just 1 game per week. And this doesn't work out too well. Even the name alone being associated with the team will put bums on the seats. Well, guess what? Butts on the seat, not bums. All right, look, everybody would see Kemba Walker play the way he played, and I think he's going to do just fine. And here's the thing. Kemba's perspective, he's definitely going to get paid more than the NBA minimum salary. So now he's going on some financial reasons and showing that he's going to get what it's worth. To live in the sun in the south of France is an incredible city. I mean, think about back in 2019, his World Cup stats were dope. It's only a couple of years ago, but I mean, from the injuries. But averaging 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists a game, playing over 178 minutes. I mean, that sounds good to me. I mean, this is actually going to be a nice little addition to this French team. I think with a point guard along with the fantastic group that we have, you're going to add a little bit of spice, a little bit of, someone said, I don't even know how to say that in French. But what do you guys think about Kemba Walker going to France? Again, Third best team in the EuroLeague. And again, we already know his crossover is sick. I mean, he's one of the dudes that put all the hard work to get to the NBA. And now he's a chance to play overseas. I mean, the NBA, right now, it's looking at this prime suspects. But at the end of the day, there's a lot more talent in the world, a lot more money to get, and a lot more leagues to dominate it. Again, if he comes off the bench, I think he's going to be a great addition overseas. I can't wait to watch him, especially now with the World Cup and people are now watching more of the World Cup. We get to see how our American players deal with those FIBA rules because they're slightly different. All right, so hey, we're going to get into it and see what happens. But let me know what you feel in the chat. What's going on, my people on YouTube? I see ya. All right, dope. And my people on TikTok. All right, we got Papa said, I love Kemba Walker. Man, we gotta love Kemba Walker. We love Kemba Walker too. Walker was dope, man. I used to watch him when he was in high school and also all up in college and everything. So I love to see where he's gonna go now. All right. So next, I can't wait to bring this man in. This guy is a problem. I met this man back in New York, I want to say last year. Or 2 years ago. He helped throw this dope event with Krause House, in which we were at the car club on the West Side Highway in New York. And he can make so much magic when it comes to apparel and also the game. He loves the game just as much as me. But before we get started, this is the guest interview on Shots Fired. Let's go. Now, as I said, we get guests from all over the world. We get coaches. We get former NBA players. We get former college players. We get 3x3 players. But this is one of the first times we got someone in the business world when it comes to apparel. This guy makes you look fresher than a nice piece of fruit on a hot summer day in Hawaii. Like, this dude is literally one of the people that not only gives back to his community, but supports his culture. He is a brown man. He's a part of Brown Ballers. He's a part of In the Lab. And this guy has one of the dopest last names I've ever heard in my life. Now, it's Navin Ramharak, but I thought it was Ramharak, which is also dope, which I kid you not, we're going to be fighting after this. But before we get started, let's do this interview because just because he can wear some good apparel doesn't mean this man can't ball. Right here, this is Navin. Let's check him out. Woo. All right, here we go, brother. Can you hear me, man? I don't know. Can you hear me, brother? All right, hold on. Same thing that's happened before. We're going to fix this microphone. I can't hear you yet. It's click it. Same thing. Hold on. I think you.
Man, I don't hear you. I think we're live right now.
Oh, we all live.
What's going on?
I can hear you now.
You can hear me?
I can hear you, but you can hear me. So now we can hear each other. You can't hear me?
I can't hear you. That's crazy.
I kid you not. This is the AI. I kid you not. AI is crazy.
You know what I can do? I can just turn on the YouTube link real quick because I'll hear you from there.
Hold on. We were hearing each other before. I mean, I would be fine with that. Hold on one second.
That's crazy because we did a backstage test and everything too, huh?
Yes, we did. And it sounds like we can hear each other, but we can't, which is hilarious. Sasha, okay, is there something going on my end? Because can you hear me okay, Sasha?
Dang.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on.
We have to cut to a commercial break here and come back. Oh.
Okay, hold on a second. It's maybe me, baby. It may be me. Hold on. Let's see this. All right, can you hear me now?
That was for Vince or for me?
Okay, that was for me. All right, cool. Let's see.
I can hear Vince now.
Oh, you hear me now?
I hear you. I got you.
Oh, you hear me now? All right. So I don't know what's going on with this, but again, this is a beta test. Twitch guest star was given us by Twitch, and sometimes we're working out the kinks. But now we can hear each other. We hear, hey, beautiful man, how you feeling?
Hey, bro, I really appreciate you, man. I love the introduction, the mixtape. I was over here cracking up.
I mean, I've seen you ball. Like, I've been creeping on your Instagram. You post beautiful videos, the collaboration, all that kind of stuff. But we still got to play one-on-one. I got to see how talented you really are. before I can really judge.
Hey, bro, I know. Yo, we can both play one day. We'll play one day. We gotta do it. We gotta do it.
I'm gonna come out to Edmonton. But anyway, welcome to Shots Fired. And as you know, the first question I ask all my guests when they come here and guest star is this: do you remember the first memory you had that involved basketball?
Man, yeah. First memory for sure. It's just probably like many other kids, is just watching like the first time I ever went to a basketball game actually because I was late. I used to be a soccer kid.
Okay.
First time going to watch our university play. I remember the play, bro. This dude, probably the best player at our university that time. You know, does a little pump fake, kicks it off, this little backdoor cut, and he catches the ball. And it was the first time I seen someone do like a reverse layup, kind of like Kyrie style. This is like early 2000s, bro, by the way.
Word.
And I just saw this dude. I was like, oh, that was nasty. And I was like, all right, okay, we gotta try this. We gotta try this game.
I'm gonna be part of this, man. This right here, I use my feet. I want to use my hands now.
Exactly.
You were a football guy, but I'm just saying you are Indian, right? What part of India are you from?
Yeah, so actually, like, I mean, grandparents, everyone's back home from India, but I'm actually Guyanese Indian. So my parents are from Guyana.
Wait a minute, bro. You know about the chutney now? You're Guyanese. I know you're Caribbean, boy. Really?
Yeah. Bro, like my mom, my dad, like all the close family, like that's where they're born and raised, bro, Guyana.
But,
yeah.
Hey, boy, I thought you were like Indian. Like I'm Jamaican, so you're Guyanese.
I know, bro. I got that soca music. I got that jerk chick. I got all the curries inside of me. It's
you
here,
got that roti.
Yeah, roti.
All right, so now this explains your soul. I was like, why does man got so much swag? All right, this makes more sense because but also in Guyana, they like cricket over there too, don't they? They like cricket.
Cricket's big time, bro. In both places, it's huge. I grew up watching cricket. I used to be up at 4 a.m. with my dad watching that stuff.
Bro, I don't understand the rules. I know it's a hard rock and there's like 6 poles and there's a paddle. That I thought that's a paddle I used to get my butt whipped as a kid. So I don't like cricket.
Hey, me too, bro. Me too.
All right, cool, bet. But anyway, without further ado, man, you've been doing so much for the basketball community, especially when it comes to your business. 2 of them really like stand out for me, and I want to start with In the Lab. You're a partner in this company, and I want you like to explain like what is In the Lab to basketball.
Shoot, man, like In the Lab's a global basketball brand. I always tell people the simplest way is like, if you grew up watching basketball, you know what and one was or and one is, and they're coming back now. Like we always want to be a new version of and one.
Yeah.
So, and my business partner, you know, Dev, like he is like the culture, which is the reason we're so popular. Like everyone comes to this guy for basketball on court and off court, even the swag, right? So we've been able to build a really cool brand around him. But man, the last 7 years have been a trip. It's been a fun ride.
A trip. This right here is one of the jerseys that we partnered with Krause House, and I'm telling you, it felt so good. I mean, if anybody saw, like, there's a picture of me. I had the Naruto hat, and I was wearing this. And the funny thing is, I was talking to Navin. I was like, "Yo, dude, I don't know what hat I should wear. I usually wear hats. I had a backwards hat, but then I brought out the Cornell hat, and literally he was like, "Dude, no, wear that because you're a huge anime fan, just like me,
dude, big time." I don't even know if I told you saw, but we got a couple of anime collabs.
So no, I saw it, and I want to talk to you about that because you got an anime collab, and you literally said in the video. No, I'm not sure. It wasn't Naruto. Yeah, Dragon. Was it Sailor Moon? Who was?
So we've announced one. It's Boruto, which is like the second version of Naruto. And then we have another one called One Punch Man, which we haven't announced yet, but you know, we'll say it here. So 2 big animes.
One Punch, say the man. Yes, but I know Naruto would be crazy because right now I just bought some Vans that collabed with One Piece, and those things go off the shelves like crazy. And now it's funny because when we were growing up, because you're an 80s baby too, right? 80s, 90s?
90s, yeah.
Not 90s. So I'm an 80s baby, 90s. We got made fun of watching anime. Now it's the biggest craze, especially in the brown community and the black community. It is mainstream now, and especially when it comes to gear. Like, I'm proud to wear my Naruto hat and my Naruto socks or One Piece stuff. They're like, dude, and you make more friends like that because they look at it, and it's more of like, if you know, you know.
You know. And that's it.
Yep. No question. So what made, like, how did that, walk me through it? Because when it comes to business, I understand with collaborations, and you have to give me all the secrets. It's very hard because when you have a brand that's already up here, now you're like right here, and it's so great when you guys combine, so both of you come up. What's the process of getting that contract with a known anime like Boruto and One Punch Man?
Yeah, man. Yeah, so first of all, it takes a long time, just like everything in basketball or life. Like, it's a grind. Like, I remember I sent this, I took a screenshot. I emailed her 3 years ago. So this whole process has been 3 years in the making of trying to get them to notice us, to talk to them, to talk to the right people.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's a testament because, like, you know, they don't work with just anyone. So, like, we're lucky we're in the lab has built up to a point where we can, like, have this opportunity to collab. And they're excited because, like, this is technically the first time they're doing, like, an official basketball collaboration. You know, like, they've done some other stuff, bro, but this will be the first time. So, like, we got to do it right. You know, the pressure's on us, too, right? We got to make this shit pop.
No, man. Okay. Oh, we ain't cursing on here, but be careful of that. But okay. We go. No, it's okay. It's all right. Hey. It happens. We're good. We can beep it out later.
That was a mistake.
No, it's a mistake. Huh? We said sugar, honey, iced tea. But the thing about that, the funny thing is that, like, even right now, I may saying on some real stuff, Naruto busts his butt so that Boruto could live a better life than him. So put some respect in the son's name. Like so on some real stuff. When it comes to anime, we know, like, the arcs and what they go through. And like you said, it takes time to get these contracts and everything. And it's the same thing with anything in life. But basketball and anime, they go hand to hand. The amount of work you do to make sure you got that crossover right, the amount of work you're trying to become Hokage or become the best fighter, it's the same thing. And you guys take the essence of that because not only do you have that hard work, your creativity, because I've seen your gear. Where does that inspiration come from? Because that stuff is fire, bro.
I appreciate it, bro. So honestly, so people don't know this. I'll give a quick thing. So In the Lab is built on anime, right? That's the whole concept. Like 10,000 hours. Like the lab is the hyperbolic time chamber from Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yes.
Like that's actually what it is, right? That you go in. You spend a day, but it's like 10 years outside. Like, you come out a better person of yourself, a better version, right?
Word. So
for years, like me and Deb, man, like, we've watched so many animes. Like, everything is heavily Japanese influenced. And if you see the shorts you just showed on screen too, like the mamba snake and the tiger, the dragon, like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. We made shorts based off that, but spun it for basketball players.
Exactly.
You know, so it's all culture and movies that we're kind of bringing back, which I don't think people have done before in the basketball space like this.
Yeah, but again, it get hand in hand. You know, movies, rappers, and stuff like that. Just an anime now is another piece that just makes basketball going farther and just puts some more flavor into it. Now, I know your sneaker game is on point. Like, I know you know kicks and stuff like that. I've seen you do interviews and stuff like that. Do you have a favorite sneaker?
Man, it's crazy. Like, there's a lot, but I think right now, a favorite sneaker, no. But like just Dunks. Like, I've just the last like 2 years, like I've like fell back in love with Dunks.
Gotcha. Okay.
I know it sounds probably cliche and everyone's got Dunks, but I got so many, bro. And like I'm just stacking the color. I just love them. You know what I mean?
They go with everything. I mean, look, I was a size 14 at 14, so I didn't get normal.
Crazy.
No, my parents, you know, humble beginning, they all said, look, you can't get new sneakers unless you put holes in your previous ones. I was like, I bet. Cool, but I would ball every day, and they used to throw me M1s. Like, I wore M1s like crazy. Then I remember my dad threw me the Jordan 2s, the lows, but threw them to me out of the box. Like, just like, hey, I don't know if you remember Models. I don't know if they have Models in Canada, because you're in Canada now, right? Yeah. So it's just a sports store, and it's basically you have like a shoe rack, and they'll put like whatever shoes not selling. He just threw me the 2s. I remember I wore them like years later because they're like a size 15. And I had to wear some all white shoes, and I walk around like, yo, those are the how'd you get the all white shoes? I'm like, I don't know, man. This is nice. But I never knew that. But so with that, I mean, I know you got sneaker stuff, but then also you're a co-founder of India Rising and the Brown Ballers. Now, we all know about basketball. We just had an argument about, you know, how USA is not the top on the food chain when it comes to basketball, and there's a lot more people around the world. What became behind that? Because I know you love ball, but India Rising, where did that name come from?
Yeah, so like, you know, one of my co-founders, Gotham, like he worked at the NBA for 6 years. So when I first met him, he always told me he had this vision, like, yo, like brown people aren't represented. There's not actually a brown basketball player in the NBA. There's just not, right? Yeah. He's like, what can we do? How do we solve that? He's like, let's create the brown dream team of basketball, like India's dream team of basketball, right? Because these guys are all amazing players, but they can't go to India and play on the national team. There's all this stuff going on. So we're like, yo, why don't we take these guys from Europe, Canada, US, make a dream team, go play for $1 million and see what happens.
Yeah.
You know, and that's how that was born. And then And then we made Brown Ballers because like the bigger picture, we wanted a whole platform to encompass all athletes, people from all over the world. And that's where that's taken us the last little bit. We just played on ESPN and it was crazy last week, man.
I can only imagine, because right now I've been following you and it's just getting better and better and better. I mean, shout out to Bikram Jeep Gill and all the Gills from the Brown Ballers. All the Gills. There's like 4 of them. I'm like, yo, how many Gills are there? I didn't think that was an Indian name. Yeah, it's Gill. Like, all right, bet. But yeah, like I said, the trajectory is crazy. I remember you were in Ballers magazine and you had this dope quote: "Greatness begins at the end of your comfort zone."
Yep.
And as you can just see, and I want you to catch me up, because you're saying the past 7 years have been crazy. The past couple of months have been crazy. Like, how does it feel? Does it feel like a jetpack's been put on your back and you've been just propelled somewhere else? Or you're like, no, this was supposed to happen because I put all in the work in?
Yo, like, it feels like a mixture of both, if I can be honest with you. Yeah. But I do feel like it was supposed to happen. Like, all the stuff we've been building up and doing and putting that work and time into, like, it was only a matter of time. It was almost like when.
Yeah.
And we just got lucky that this summer it clicked and all this stuff started happening.
I mean, it's beautiful to watch, and especially spreading Brown Ballers, because we got some Brown Ballers that can do work now. Like, it's getting crazy. Yeah. Oh, I've been seeing it up close and personal. Can't pronounce half of the names. Definitely can't spell them. But they can definitely do work.
We can hoop, bro. Yeah.
Yo, I know. I mean, there's like 307 billion of y'all. At least one of y'all can actually take your.
Hey, we're gonna get someone to the NBA. Brown Ball is gonna be that platform that we get the next superstar to the NBA. It's gonna be brown skin. That's it.
What's going to be beautiful is, I don't know if you guys, do you call it a turban or do you call it something else? The head.
Different names, but turban, like, turban's class. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, to see that on an NBA game is going to be that groundbreaking culture shock. That's going to be the barrier. Once that happens, it's open season. That means balling has been officially, in my opinion, universalized, because that's when you see, like, I always see, like, when women, like Muslim women, that when they ball, like Sarai Muhammad from Egypt and all them stuff like that, and John, like, you see them wearing full cover. Oh yeah, but when they see full cover, and you're like, yo, can they ball in that? And then you make them look, but you see, it's just apparel. That's all that is. And they still got skills behind it. Now you are very inspirational. I mean, you drop quotes like dimes. Like, who do you listen to get so inspired? Because, like, I listen to you, I'm like, oh man, this man is touching my soul right now. I gotta pray.
You always gassing me up. Man, this is a mixture of people and books. Like, obviously, like, years ago, I used to be heavy in Gary Vee, and obviously, this guy drops motivational stuff like every 2 seconds.
Yep.
And, guys like Jay Shetty and so on and so forth. But there's a lot of books too, man, reading. And then now I feel like through experience, I can actually say these things like you lived them. You know what I mean? It's like naturally you lived this, so you can talk about it.
Yep. That's something that, because again, you said you were born in the 90s, but I know you're old enough to understand, like, we're to an age that all the stuff our parents and uncles and like we're talking about, we're like, oh man, now what are you talking about? Nah, y'all know what you're talking about. And now we live through stuff. I mean, you being a part of almost 3-4 businesses, you've seen what failure, quote unquote, feels like, success feels like, how to fall, how to get back up. But then the stuff that you listen to actually can come to fruition. As you said, you put in the work to get here. Like, this didn't happen over, quote unquote, night. It's been years, and it's like a Chinese bamboo tree that may seem like it grew overnight, but it was so much effort to put in there. I don't know if you can you share, and this too, your lowest moment, and it's up to you, your lowest moment when it comes to what you're doing, and also your highest moment when it came to your business, when the Indian Rising, in the lab, or, Brown Ballers.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, throughout the years, there's been a lot of low moments, to be honest. A lot of failures, a lot of ups and downs. That's a part of what we do that no one sees.
Yeah.
Specific. There's been a couple bad business decisions we've made, like me and Deb together.
Yeah.
I'll give you one quick example. We had a just like an opportunity to like start our own gym a couple years ago. Okay. And you go through the learning phase of like, you got to buy a building, you got to lease, you got to do all these things. And we ended up basically just making all these choices that just burned through a lot of money they shouldn't have. And the reason I say that, when not saying too much, is like, it's okay though. Because that's part of, if we didn't take that risk, we wouldn't know, and we wouldn't have the gym that we have now, because we took those learnings and applied to the new gym. You feel me? So without going too much in depth, that's definitely one. And there's been so many like that where we just been like down. I'll say the hardest part for me and Dev has just been the mental health struggles that no one talks about. It's like sometimes you're just lonely, man. Like you're trying to do this stuff and your friends are working 9 to 5. Your family's working 9 to 5. So you don't have people that are on the grind like you.
Yeah.
So that's why it's nice to find people like yourself and others that are like on this grind that understand it so we can build together. You feel me?
Exactly.
Highest high, bro. I'll tell you right now. There's been 2 highs. The shoes.
Woo!
The shoes, bro. Like when our first shoe ever came out, like this was a crazy high being a part of this second shoe, and then India Rising like last week, bro. Like playing in front of millions of people on ESPN Plus and beating having the biggest upset in TBT history.
Yep.
And putting on for brown people everywhere. Like that's all. That was it right there.
And again, that's what people keep asking me is like, Vince, I do like 12 different jobs. I work in a hospital. I sit on a board of directors. I do this. I do that. But the funny is like, where do you get the energy? It's like you get the energy because you love it. And that's how you get the energy. But that loneliness is another thing because, as you said, most people don't get it because then you'll hit them up at word hours or you try to talk to them about some things and they just don't understand. They're like, so why are you putting this? Why just get a good job and just make good money? Like, no, man, this is what I love. You're putting yourself to the fire. Well, guess what? In order to become a diamond, I got to go through heat and pressure. So if you don't get it, I don't think I could talk to you like that. Not saying you have to put them out as friends, but then you're like, maybe you're not the person I talk to. But then we can have that. Like, for example, I work a 9 to 5, but if you called me at 2 o'clock, I'm going to say, hold on, everybody. What's up, Nav? What's good? You good? What's up? Just give you 5 minutes. But you said you're lonely, but you got a good support system. I'm going to talk about her because you are an inspiring couple. You know, Ambika? Am I saying her name right? Am I putting
no, you said it right. Yeah.
I'm putting respect on her name because you just posted. This is the fun. Hey, guys, everybody shots fired.
I love it.
I DM this man. Hey, man, we're going to do a test at 6. He's like, all right, cool. DM at 5:57. Hey, 3 minutes. Nothing. 5:58. Nothing. 6:04. Nothing. I'm like, what's going on? But I see him post something with his beautiful wife, and I go, this man put his woman before me. He's an inspiration.
He said, clap it up.
Clap it up. What is it like having someone, and is she a baller too? Because it seems like she supports you with everything you do, especially basketball.
Yeah, dude. So first of all, she's a national tennis champion. I always shout her out because she doesn't like talking about that, but she's an athlete. Yeah, she'd be nasty, man. And I'll say this, I'll gas her up whether she's watching or not. But like for anyone out there, like it's so important to have that support system because like for the loneliness and all that stuff is fine to talk about, but like when you're done and you need a break, you need to like de-stress, like you need that person, bro. Like you need to have that person to talk to. And she supports me, man. Like, because in my life, you've seen it. My life's a little bit wild and crazy. She travels when she can. She pulls up when she can. But no matter what, she's just like, whatever you gotta do, go do it. Because she sees the bigger picture. She sees the vision. That's the hardest part for people to understand. You know what I mean? Like to sacrifice for your partner. It's huge.
But she gives you that fuel. And we got people from Indonesia saying what's up. We got people from Athens saying what's up. We got people loving from Greece. We got people from all over the world saying hi. Thank you so much, Lewis, for the follow. And back to you, saying having that support system and having someone that understands because she knows the grind, she knows your dream, and she's helping you, achieve your dream. And it's beautiful to see couples work together in the social media era. It's not how we grew up. I mean, before you have a relationship and nobody would know. I mean, the reason why Derek Jeter, and I give him, he's one of the best baseball players ever do it, he kept his relationship private. And there was no social media, so you couldn't know about it. But now you're in the limelight all the time. And I know, a lot of curry has been thrown to you. A lot of curry that's not your curry been thrown to you. And you're saying, no, and I don't want that.
We don't want that.
I don't want that. But you have, and I see when you post these pictures, like right here, this model picture, it gives me so much hope that one day I'm going to find my person that's going to support me. And I would want them to be a part of it as well. And you two are a power Indian couple. I kid you not. Like, I wish they could make you into another god, because I know there's like 3 million of them, but you're Guyanese, so it'd be like a Soca basketball god. I don't be winding down the court with chutney in the background. You're like, I don't know.
I love how you described that just now. That was crazy.
I don't know. I'm a weirdo, but again, I love following your journey and your path and what you're doing to community, especially when it comes to brown people, for the basketball, lovers like me and you. And the sky is the limit for you. So what I want you to do also is that you said these last couple weeks have been crazy. I know there's got to be something else that you can announce. What's the next big thing for Nav?
Okay.
If you can't say no, don't say it. If you can't say it, don't say it. I like that look.
There's a couple dope things coming, man, and like just follow the journey.
There we go.
Just checking the lab, check Ramballs, check myself out. There's a lot of cool stuff coming, and like we just want to keep it rolling.
Oh no, that's it. And again, if you're on here, again, this is gonna be posted on YouTube, so people will be watching this after. Follow In the Lab, follow India Rising, follow Brown Ballers, and also follow this man, Navin Ramharak. It's Ramharak. Like it's
you said it perfect, bro. You said it perfect.
I just want to make sure I get, because it's I just think of Ranarok and the dope anime that's happening right now on and also just to let you know, there's nowhere I don't go that I don't support my
Yes,
anime.
sir. The One Piece. Luffy.
Okay, all right. I'm going to be King of Pirates. But, you've been great. This has been dope. I appreciate you so much coming on the show. And we just ask this to say your name and say, this is Shots Fired, and get out of here.
Yo, thank y'all for tuning in. My name is Nav. This is Shots Fired.
Oh, this man's a professional. Now, I'm going to come to Edmonton when you're there, because the last story is I'm never going to Greta ever again, okay? Why?
Hey, I'll take care of you when you come back, bro.
Yep, just real quick. Anybody go to Edmonton, Canada? The legal drinking age is 18, okay? It's 18. I did not know that. I just knew when I walked in that bar, I was like, hold on a second. I said, hey, what's your name? Girl went, hey. I was like, where's your father? Like, I think you need your parent.
You too.
I was like,
people always get shocked.
I was like, oh my God, all these 22, 23-year-olds look real young drinking all these Jaeger bombs. And then someone said, no, bro, she's 17. She's 17? What's she doing here? Oh, the legal drinking age is 18. I was like, that's why her sneakers still light up. Okay, it's time for me
to go, bro.
I left so fast. It was literally, I forgot, I think that Simpson episode where the guy walked in and just walked right back out. Exactly what I did. I was like,
he's like this.
Yep. I was like, nope. But thanks again for being part of the show. I'll give you the link later. Always love, man. See you later.
See y'all soon.
That my man, Nav. This guy is insanely talented, and also he knows what he's doing when it comes to collaborations and also when it comes to apparel. Follow In the Lab as soon as you can, and also Brown Ballers, India Rising, and I can't wait to see the collaboration is going to have a Baruto and also One Punch Man. Say to man, One Punch. Oh, I can't wait. It's delicious. Shout out to my people here. That was Grandpa Simpson. Yep, Grandpa Simpson. 3x3 is going to be a huge threat in India. Yes, I actually believe that. Elite, I think that's going to happen as well. Jim, thank you so much for coming from Athens. I appreciate you. Oh, we got them from Leeds. Oh, we got people from all over the world here. Shout out to my people there on TikTok. How do you advise on your basketball? Brio3, work out with your weak hand. Are you a righty or a lefty? If you're a righty, work on your left hand. If you're a righty, work another one. That's what you got to do. And I got my people from Indonesia here and people saying love Kemba Walker. All right. We are back here on Shots Fired. That was our guest. And now it's time for us to get to a reason why we're here as well, because we're on Twitch. And with Twitch, it involves gamers. So we're about to get right here to the NBA 2K segment of Shots Fired. Let's check it out. All right, we got to talk about him once again, because this man has been proven that he's becoming a hot commodity. Let's check it out. Now, let's talk about a man named Dominus. Dominus or Dominus? Well, I got to get your pronunciation right, but this man creates a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, this guy's a video game 2K influencer with a player build, same exactly like Victor Wembanyama. Now, we had Victor Wembanyama on here before, but some guy made him like 8 feet, 10 feet tall and was crazy. This right here is a 7'3" with all the handles, stretch forward with handles that can shoot the three. Now, this is how Victor may really play in the streets here in the United States. Now, he did not play like that when it came through on the Summer League. I don't know if you saw that. It was not the same. He was not that person that we saw in the EuroLeague, because, man, I think he's being a little timid. I still think he's an alien because he claps like this. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. Shout out to my people on YouTube. The guy who walked back, I like Navin. We have a lot in common. Oh, really? I bet. Hit him up. Send him a DM. Check out his gear. Check out his gear, man. But anyway, he did this NBA 2K24 when Victor Wembanyama was officially introduced in the game. And this park was full of players. And with this Wembanyama build, the future of NBA players in real life could dominate with these players. And guess what? We get a little taste of actually how he would play in the league. Now, what I loved about, watching Victor is that it's now giving more eyes to that, again, worldly view of basketball. I mean, the one thing that's really interesting about Victor is that he is the number 1 pick, got to 19 years old, and he's basically trying to be the next Tony Parker with the Michael Jordan of France, but he's choosing not to be part of the World Cup. How do y'all feel about that? Like, really, put it in the comment section. How do you feel about Victor Wembanyama not participating in the World Cup, in which he can literally show the world that France should be on top indefinitely? I understand when it comes to money. I understand when it comes to, your body. That's the main reason why I'm finding out certain players are not representing their country, is because they want to make sure they don't get injured for the regular season. Now, he did quote, he will not participate in the FIBA World Cup. Wembanyama has no plans of abandoning Team France, though, because the Olympics are more important to him. He plans on competing in the Paris 2024 Olympics. And he quotes, the French team is essential to my career as ever. I want to win every title I can with them. So, yes, he wants to win with them. He does want to support France. But right now, he's putting something ahead, which is the Olympics that's happening next year in France. Better get your tickets because it's going to go crazy. 2028 is going to be in LA, so it's going to be in America. But that's what people really want to be part of, is that getting that gold. Getting that gold is like one of the biggest achievements you can get, instead of winning an NBA final or getting that MVP. That's what I thought, but Popovich might have persuaded his decision. I think so too, I think so too, because he's so young and he's going to be such all eyes on him. It's just he got the luck of the draw that this year was the World Cup. And you're going to 2 different styles of play. My opinion, he's going from the FIBA play from overseas and going to the NBA style. Again, FIBA's more physical, but there's still new rules in the NBA, and he needs more time to get used to the game. Also, getting used to living in a different country. I mean, the amount of pressure he's going to get is already immense because he's coming out like LeBron, and everyone's going to have eyes on him. But at the same time, it's like, you may get homesick, and that can affect your play. That can also increase injuries. That can also create mental status. Again, Nav told it beautifully. We don't talk about the mental status like that. So there's a lot of factors that we may not really understand, but Coach Pop, like, come on. He's one of the best coaches to ever stroke the game, okay? Ever to put his fingers on the basketball. So whatever he says goes. And if he believes that, I think you should chill out. I think you should stay here, work out some more. We know you're going to go to the Olympics. We know you want to represent France. We understand that. So why not let's get your body right for the league and then do what you got to do. And yeah, that could be true. And also, this guy's signing a really fat check. He's not gonna worry about money, so why risk that? But yeah, I'm glad. I think so too. Also, when it comes to the show, if you guys have any opinions, let me see in the chat. That's what we do, baby. And also, we're gonna post this back on YouTube so you can watch it again. All right, so we got the NBA 2K segment now, and we get to talk about what we want to do. This one right here, I'm really excited for this. This right here is the FIBA story, and we talking about a Slovenian slaughter. All right, FIBA story here in Shots Fired. Let's go. Real quick, I'm going to do this right now. Shout out to my man, Sasha. This guy's amazing. Buckets Buenos. This man literally is my Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I am the next Skywalker. All right? This guy is awesome. He's always on point. Again, he's my engineer all the way from France, and we're going to talk about France a lot. Anyway, we're going to talk about here. Bring up the tape. The FIBA Men's World Cup is right around the corner. And guess what? I'm trying to look. Has anyone seen Luka Doncic lately? Well, guess what? I have. And as you can see right here, he's looking in shape with little help him get up. You know what? I've been seeing him quite a few clips on social media lately, and the boy's looking slim. He looking good. He looking like a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. All right? Man, these videos have been running up and down for the past couple of weeks, and telling you, this guy is flying, and just doing a whole bunch of fast flights of stairs, working out, hitting the gym, getting conditioned, and is working on and off the court. And it's really paying off. That's crazy. Doncic had the mandatory rest period set by the NBA, and after the season ended, and because he's now practicing with the Slovenian national team and Lobeja, I can pronounce that wrong. But anyway, he's consistent with Georgia, Cape Verde, and Venezuela, because that's what they're more focused on when it comes to the World Cup. Slovenian media outlets claim that Doncic has been engaging in 2 daily trainings a day, all right? And he's been spending a lot of time with the fitness coach, Annette Mako, and the Dallas Mavericks have been closely following his progress too, which is crazy, okay? And it's a Lobeja now. How you pronounce that? Oh, there we go. But anyway, actually, Jason Kidd also came out, and supervising his training, and the bookies have the United States with the favorite win to the World Cup, followed by, I don't know, some people, Canada, Slovenia, and also Australia that are tied for third place. Now, they're really trying to put some work in. As you can see, it's been crazy. It's insane. I mean, Dante can barely win a medal for his home nation, and Slovenia has never finished higher than 7th in any event, which occurred in 2014. So a top 3 finish would be a remarkable achievement, and I'm telling you, I can't wait to see him play. No, Sasha, you here? Am I pronouncing this word right? Because this is Ljubljana? Ljubljana, that's it. I'm so sorry. Ljubljana. 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 I keep saying Ljubljana. Ljubljana. Now, this is what I'm talking about when it comes to the World Cup. Dante is going to be that star. But what's really getting me is that his team is going to be a problem. I mean, I've seen some players on there, and I don't exactly know where y'all seen them, but I've seen them the Zoran Dragic is going to be on there, Gregor Glass, Gregor Havrat, Aljaz Kunik, Jordan Morgan, Alex Nikolic, Bine, Prepelic, and 2 Prepelics, Clement Prepelic. These, I've heard these names before, and they can ball. The 2023 roster for Slovenia is going to be insane. But don't forget, we got to talk about USA. USA is going to be quite interesting. I'm not too crazy about this lineup, but I mean, we got Paolo Banchero, but he could have went to Italy because he has Italian citizenship. Jalen Brunson, I'm really excited to see that. Anthony Edwards is going to be a problem. Tyrese Halliburton is going to be fine. Josh Hart, cool. Brandon Ingram, I think is going to be one of the best players on this team. As a big man, Walker Kessler, Cam Johnson, Bobby Portier is going to be that heart and soul of it. Austin Reeves can turn it on and off. Jaren Jackson Jr. is going to be that young blood. Mikal Bridges too. So the United States team is kind of interesting. But another team I wish they had up here was the Canadian team. Canadian team, I think, is going to be the biggest problem. Canadian team looks sick. I mean, RJ Barrett, and then we got Dylan Brooks, and we got, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and then we got Jamal Murray, and then we got Kelly Olynyk, which, what? That's a squad in itself. But I don't know if people are talking about it. The Australian team is actually looking pretty dope. When I saw this, you got Josh Giddey, Dante Exum, Matthew Dellavedova, which, again, he's a defense specialist. Patty Mills, and Matisse Thybulle, just to say that, and you're joking, these teams all over the world are insanely good. They're taking NBA players all around. I mean, Spain, as you said, they extended their roster too, and they got Juancho and Willie Hiran Gomez, which you saw hustle. They're going to be on there. So the brother's going to be on there. Rudy Fernandez is going to be on there. And Ricky Rubio. Spain is insane too. All these teams, I'm excited to watch the World Cup. Elite says, not to say, since you say the Olympics are, quote, more important, if the Olympics were to change to a under 23, under 22, etc., that would put FIBA World Cup to be the most important competition. In theory, yes. In theory, yes, because it could be the qualifications. Elite, you have a point. I mean, that's the thing. This is when we get to change the game of basketball. We get to put the votes in. Yo, what's up, my boy Blake? I see you, Blake. What's good? Yeah, but I'm really excited to see how the world's going to respond to these different teams. And what I'm really looking forward to is the talent. The talent's going to be great. Right here, USA versus Greece will be tasty. I like that. Will be tasty, George, because we'll have a few NBA players. Giannis will be ready for the Americans. Exactly. And that's the thing about how I'm noticing certain players go to their country that played in the NBA. They immediately try to diffuse the allure of them playing against an NBA player. Because that's what happens with the Dream Team. They're looking at the hero. You're looking at Charles Barkley. You're looking at David Robinson. You're like, oh my God, it's you. Now, with these players that playing overseas, Rudy Gobert talked about this. He's like, dude, they're still just players. Okay? Stop it. They're not your hero. They're your enemy. That's how the team. So that's it. And since a lot of the best talent in some NBA and basketball scenes are choose the Olympics. Exactly. So like I said, it's going to be the best of the best. I really think this year, do you remember? What's up, Kiki? How you doing? I remember you. I think next year's Olympics, 2024, is going to be Clash of Titans. This is going to be Ragnarok. This is going to be gods of basketball playing against each other. That's what this is going to bring in France. Be prepared. Be prepared, because it's going to be beautiful to watch. I can't wait to see, these masters at their craft really going at each other. All right, last segment. I love it because this is worldwide court and we get to go to different places over here, and I can't wait. Buongiorno is the next country. But anyway, worldwide court, shots fired. Let's go. All right. If you didn't know, mi chiamo Vincenzo, mi hablo a little Italiano, parlo Italiano, prego, grazie. But right here, let's put it on the screen because know where we're going. With the Men's World Cup fast approaching August 25th, I think we both can go through all the major countries and the top rankings. As you see, Greece and Serbia, Finland, it's all dope, Spain. But right now, we're going to Italy, baby. Yes, Italy. Are bang right at the top spot. They're up in the 10th spot in the FIBA World Rankings and going to the World Cup. And now for a history lesson, let's talk about it. Basketball in this country dates back to the early 1900s. As it was first introduced back in 1909 in Milan, the physical education teacher Luigi Barresino, who had learned about the game during the study in the United States, the sport spread rapidly, gaining popularity from there, and the Italian Basketball Federation was established in 1920. And guess what? The country is actually a co-founder of FIBA, joining in 1932. Now, just 4 years later, Italy participated in the 1936 Summer Olympics in Berlin, finishing 7th out of the 21 teams. Ain't that bad. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. 1 out of 3, that's good. Now, since Italy has evolved into the most popular and successful basketball nations in Europe, they participated in 13 out of the 20 Olympic Games since their founding. What? Picking up silver medals in 1980 and 2004. Last time out in 2020, where they finished 5th. 2 more than would have got a bronze. In the FIBA World Cup, they have less success, only ever choosing 4th place finishes in 1970 and 1978, and not improving since. But let's see what's going to happen. All right. Now, in the Euro basketball, it is a different story. Italy has won 2 gold medals in 1983 and 1999, picking up 4 silvers in 1937, 1946, 1991, 1997, and 4 bronze medals in 71, 75, 85, and 2003. That's nice, baby. But guess what? This right here, Pierluigi Mortazzanti and holds the most cuts with Anthony Rivera and Antonello Rivera, has the most points scored with 3,785. These 2 legends are Italian basketball royalty. And as you see, Marco Bellinini and Danilo Gallinari headline the players who have had the impact. And also, Paolo Banchero holds Italian heritage. And this Atlantic Magic star could have played for Italy, but chose not to, which is insane. He opted not to. Now, right here, coach-wise, 2 notable names in the American Italian. Well, again, Mike D'Antoni, was one of them. And again, El Torre Messina, another legendary Italian coach, currently with the Olimpia Milan. All right, so Messina even spent time as a consult for the Lakers in 2011, 2012, and worked with Greg Popovich in the San Antonio Spurs between 2014 and 2019. He's extremely respected, all right, in the Italian basketball, and he's in the Italian Basketball Hall of Fame. It was named one of the 50 greatest Euro contributors of all time. In terms of domestically, the Lega Basket Serie A, Olimpia Milano, are one of the most successful teams. I mean, they've won an incredible 30 championships, most recently in 2022, 2023. No team has come close to that. Second is the Virtus Bologna with 16, but whatever. We don't care about that. Anyway, you got some catching up to do, lads. Let's see what you got. So, yeah, this is a brief roundabout time in basketball. Obviously, we're going to go in hours about it, but Italy is one of the most influential countries when it comes to the game of basketball. So, salute! Woo! We got through it, guys. We got through it. As you can see, we got people on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. My people on TikTok, thank you guys for giving us support. And also people on Twitch, we're going to keep going with this show. Now, we got a couple more shows later. We got some shows. They're all going to be about Wednesday of this month. So tune in next Wednesday. We're going to go back to back to back. I will be traveling again. There's a lot of things happening, which is beautiful. Yeah, what I'm excited is August 25th. World Cup is going to be underway. We already got the under 22, under 23 already done. And now with FIBA really expanding the reach of basketball, the sky is the limit. This has been Shots Fired, episode 23 with your man, Vince Chang. We've learned a lot. I'm so proud to be part of the show, and I wish we can, keep this going for a couple more seasons. But right now, we're good right now in season 2. Shout out to everybody. Jelly Smack, also powered by FIBA. Guys, shut up. Please follow them on all social media platforms if you can, if not already. Press like or subscribe to this channel if you're enjoying the content. You can check us back on YouTube, in which you can see the replay of the show. Also here on Twitch. Also, we're going to be streaming all the FIBA World Cup games as much as we can on all these social media platforms. So stay tuned. Put the notification bell, bing, to make sure you can watch the games in your favorite country. Hopefully, bring home the gold. All right. My man Sasha, thank you so much. Obi-Wan, you're the man. Yep. Again, this has been great. Hope everybody has a safe and great weekend. And I'll see you Wednesday of next week. Peace out.